Hello and welcome to the Debate Gate Sports Podcast. You're watching a clip from our first episode, which is about ranking the NBA city jerseys for 2020, as well as reacting to the new 2020 NFL jerseys.
Have the Central Division. And starting off in their Central Division, we have Le Crème City. Yes, I can speak French. Thank you. Thank you. I will take my bow now. The Cream City jerseys from the Milwaukee Bucks. Pretty good. They're pretty good jerseys. I can't say they're meh because they look good. And I like the blue and green. That looks great. The blue and green accent each other really, really well. The cream looks good as well. I mean, it just looks good. This is an example of a clean jersey that just looks good, but because it's clean, it can't really move up higher because there's not enough going on for it to really move up higher, in my opinion. And I think the cool thing that in some people's opinion might move it higher is that it does represent the city really well because like the most famous buildings there are made out of cream colored bricks. So that's why it's called, the Cream City, which like with the NFL jerseys in the ATL in Chicago and Chi-Town, I've never heard anyone from Milwaukee be like, yeah, I'm from the Cream City. No one would be proud to say that. I'm going to be honest. Well, in the first place, no one would be proud to say that they're from Milwaukee, but we don't have to talk about that right now. And, another thing holding them back, I'm not going to say explicitly what it is, but you're putting cream.
Okay.
Yes, Cream City on the jersey.
Okay. These are definitely a good jersey, and I think these are above average. I think these are very clean. They're very similar to 76ers, kind of in a way. They have the cream primary, and then they have the blue and green accents. The 76ers with the blue and red accents along the trim. The kind of cursive-ish font, and like I already said, I love the 76ers. Think it looks just as good in Milwaukee. I like how it represents the city very well. The cream-colored bricks, Cream City. It's A tier. It's above average. My favorite part is probably the accents because accents bring home a jersey, and very nice. Good job, Milwaukee Bucks.
A tier is great, B tier is above average, and C tier is meh, by the way.
Yes.
Okay. A tier. Very good. On to the Indiana Pacers. Great team. Love their team. Victor Oladipo, great player. Hope he returns to form next year. Domantas Sabonis, Miles Turner, great. They have great depth there. But we are talking about their city jerseys and not about their team right now. So I feel the same exact way about their city jerseys. They are a great city jersey, and I like the way that they represented the racing history in the city because it's definitely very prominent, as you have probably one of the most famous races in the world in the Indy 500 there, and like Formula One goes through there, and NASCAR goes through there. IndyCar racing goes, like, there was an entire sector of racing named after the Indianapolis and the Indianapolis 500. So obviously they have to go with their racing history. I think it looks great. I love the circle around the number. It's a little touch that looks good. That would typically be a number on a car. I like the finish line down the side and the Pacers being a vertical letters, as well as I love the asymmetrical side of the jersey. I think they look great. I'm not 100% certain, but as I say, correct me if I'm wrong. I think they had these last year, so that kind of
similar, different color. They had blue, I think.
Oh, they had the blue background last year. I thought that was the first
year before that. Yeah.
Okay, so I'll have to look it up later, but it is a great jersey overall, and I think it is probably the best white city jersey they have, and I'm going to put that in a solid A tier. Solid A tier.
Yeah, I agree. A tier. It is. There is not much to complain about with these jerseys. I a lot of these city jerseys are very, very good. First of all, it tributes the city very, very well. The racing history, like Josh said, there's a little tagline at the bottom. It says "Always lead," which is very clever. The checkered flag pattern looks great. The numbers look great. The circle around the numbers does look like something that would be on a race car. Great overall, great jersey. That's why it's in the A tier.
On to our home team, the Chicago Bulls.
Ooh.
Absolute disappointment right here. I am very disappointed. I'm going to have to put this in the D tier for me. This is a trash jersey. Absolutely trash. You know, we get it's supposed to be for the Chicago flag, and the Chicago flag means so much to Chicagoans. We live in the suburbs, but we do feel very attached to the city of Chicago. We live very close to it. But it is just trash. Like the logo, that Bulls logo, it's great for a hat. It's great for a secondary logo, but like you can't put it on a jersey. Doesn't look good in the jersey. As well as the numbers on the side. They look like they're just squished and pushed off to the side. Like it would look better if it was more prominent or it was in the center down below the logo, but it looks like it was squished off to the side. I do like the shorts a lot. The shorts look good with the 4 stars down the side. I can't count. So I think the main thing is that last year's city jerseys were so amazing. They were one of the best jerseys of all time.
Is one of the best of all time.
And the year before that as well, they brought back the diagonal cursive Chicago with the hints of blue and red. They brought that back. That was amazing. Then they went to the black jerseys with the Chicago flag across the front, which looked amazing as well. I wanted to buy one. I didn't have the money because I'm still a teenager and I don't have a job. But these jerseys, anyone who buys them is stupid, especially when the Bulls came out with the historical jerseys, which are so amazing. The ones with the pinstripes, they brought back the pinstripes. So these jerseys are trash. Absolute trash.
Originally, I had these in D tier. I moved them up to the very last spot in the C tier because I feel like I was a little too harsh on these jerseys just because they came after one of the best jerseys of all time. 2 of the best jerseys of all time. 2017, one of my all-time favorites. 2018, I would 100% buy it. This year, there's a lot of flaws. First of all, that Bulls logo crowds way too much. So the 8 that I'm looking at, Zach LaVine, the number kind of looks like squished and almost like off to the side, like a last minute edit. The accents aren't really anything spectacular, and it's just overall kind of meh. It does do a nice job tributing the city, is why I moved it up. But one of the most disappointing jersey in the NBA, city jersey in the NBA, coming after what the previous city jerseys were. So, very last spot in the C tier, borderline D tier.
Yeah. So burn it. Next, we have the Detroit Pistons. Now, when I first saw these jerseys, I'm like, easy D tier. That's an easy D tier. But now, as I look at them more, I'm going to be honest, they grow on me more. The carbon fiber pattern running the stripes looks amazing. I like the shorts on the side where instead of just keeping it run down the middle, it kind of goes down the sides of the shorts. I like how I just like the font of it. The main thing that keeps in the C tier is that last year it was a good jersey because the colors were better. I get they kind of wanted to change it. They changed the colors. I think the colors look worse. I don't really like it that much. That's why we put it in the C tier, because it's matte, so we can't talk about it that much.
Yeah, I agree. C tier it is. There are so many just better city jerseys from other teams that I feel like kind of all over the place jersey like this kind of belongs in the C tier. I definitely thought the black and with the last year they had one where instead of the red it was black, and instead of the blue it was kind of like grayish white, and I thought it looked much better. I can kind of see. I like the pattern. I like the Motor City. I think they should do that on more of their jerseys. Obviously, the carbon fiber pattern and the blue stripes looks very nice. There's just it's meh. It's very meh. There are many better city jerseys out there. It belongs in the C tier. What can I say?
Very much so. On to the final jersey of the Central Division. We are going to the Cleveland Cavaliers, who
This is interesting.
have had trash jerseys over the years, but finally decided to pick it up in 2018 when they switched over to Nike, or 2017. My bad. And this is the best City Edition jerseys they've had since then. They had the land with the LeBron. They had a forgettable one last year.
And blue with like the little zigzag kind of.
Ah, that was it, the orange and blue one. Okay, so it was like supposed to be the throwback jersey that they've been wearing this year, but it was supposed to be a spin-off of that, but it looked pretty trash. But they hit it right this year. I like the differing fonts between the CLE and the number. I like how the number has the red stripe down the middle. I like the feather on the end of the C. I like the cursive LE. There's a lot to like about this jersey, and I like the pattern down the side. But the pattern down the side being horizontal kind of throws off the jersey a little bit. That keeps it out of being S tier, which is what I originally thought, which I know may surprise a lot of you. But this is towards the bottom of the A tier. It's a great jersey, but it's a great jersey, but it's not all time.
Okay. So mine is B tier, and I understand what you're saying, but for me, it just originally I had this lower. When I first saw this, I was kind of just like, what? And the more you look at it, the better it gets. I do kind of like an unnoticed detail is in the number, you have the big yellow block, but then you have like the red kind of line in the middle. I really like that. I do like the stripes down the side. See, Nick's designers, that's how you do stripes. But the CLE, it looks a little dumb. It looks like the sizing looks weird, and I'm not really sure what the feather is even supposed to mean. So obviously they didn't do too much with it, which is why it is B tier. But I think if they had improved a little bit with the CLE, this would have been higher.